living in the light of
What does he mean
God.
when he says see through a glass darkly? If you've ever had an opportunity to have the light on behind you at nighttime, and you open up your front door and look out the front door, or if you pull the blind and look outside and see, and there's a light behind you, do you know what you're going to see outside? You're going to see your own reflection. Because anytime you're looking out in darkness through a piece of glass and the light is on behind you, you see your own reflection. You know that because when, as a child, when you want to see what's going on outside but the lights is on, you do this. Because you can't see outside, you see your own reflection. So you block out the light from your own eyes so that you can see out in the darkness. I'm going to say that again. As a child, if the light is on behind you, if you look out a glass darkly, you can only see your own reflection. But as a child, when you cover the light that it's not shining, you can see out the window, and that is how you look out into darkness. Somebody want to know why I keep saying that? Because first off, if you're a Christian, you walking in the light. Paul says you look through a glass darkly, which means the wind and the rain can't get to you. There is a barrier. God puts a barrier between you in the atmosphere. And when you start to look out that glass and you got the light behind you and you're looking into darkness, God allows you to see yourself. That's why at 12 it says, for now we see through a glass darkly, face to face. You see who you are, face to face. When you grow up, you stop looking out into the darkness at what somebody else is doing and start acknowledging the light that's in your life and look at your own face. And once you look at your own face and look at your own story and your own situation, you realize and recognize, I understand what I want to eat, but I don't know why I want to eat it. I understand how I feel, but I don't know why I feel the way I feel. I understand what I do, but I don't know why I do what I do. So you only know half of yourself. And that's only if you grow up enough to quit looking at everybody else and look at yourself. And if all you can see is darkness, if all you can see is something that somebody else is doing, if all you can see is how everybody else is moving, if all you can see is everybody else and you can't see yourself, you might not be walking in the light you think that you are. Because if you were really walking with the light, then you could see yourself if the light was really in your life. If you can see darkness ever so clear, you might not be in the light. Because when you start walking in the light, you got to do something in order to see the darkness. You got to block the light from your own eyes before you can look out in the darkness. You got to cover up what you look like if you're going to move like that. So it says in verse 12, for now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part. Wait a minute. Because if I look at myself long enough, I realize and recognize, like I said, I know what I do, but I don't know why I do it. I know what I do, but I don't know why I do it. I can look in the mirror and God, I don't know why I just want to do certain things. We go with the good first. I don't know why I'm always smiling at somebody. I don't know why I always want to say hello. I don't know why I always want to make somebody laugh. I don't know. I guess it's just me. But watch yourself long enough. Because then you're going to start to ask yourself, why do I frown like I frown? Why do I talk to people the way I talk to them? What happened in my life to make me not like a certain characteristic? What happened in my life to make me not want to be productive? What happened in my life to make me feel good being drunk and inebriated? What happened in my life that makes me feel good not achieving things? What happened in my life? What went on in my life that I can lay here all day long and don't go to work? What happened in my life that I can look at my children and not want to take care of them? What happened in my life that allows me to look past other things? What happened in my life that I don't care that somebody else is going through storms? What happened in my life? What's going on with my life? Why is it that I don't have compassion for people? Why am I always judging people? Why am I always putting people down? I know what I do, but I don't know why I do it. But when you grow up and start looking at yourself, you start to realize, I got some issues myself. I got some problems with myself. And like the woman at the well said, fix it so I don't have to deal with myself the way I deal with myself. Help me, God, not to feel the way I feel. Help me, God, not to see things the way I see things. Help me, God, not to talk the way I talk. Help me, God, not to walk the way I walk. Help me, God, not to yearn for things I shouldn't yearn for. Help me, God, stop desiring to do the things that I'm doing. Help me, God, with what's going on. And God is saying, if you stop looking outside at everybody else and focus on yourself, that is why I'm in your life. And that is why I'm allowing you to see yourself, because you can see that something is wrong with you. And if you can't fix the man in the mirror, how you going to fix the man outside? Because what's going on with the man outside, quite frankly, is none of your business. I'm almost at a close. For now we see through glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known.